Hi everyone, and welcome indeed to episode number 48 of the Australian Rock Show. My name is Colin Gray from the Rockin' and Rollin' Gray Brothers here with you today. And today is Sunday, the 22nd of November 2015, when this show is being recorded. Thank you very much for your support, for your continued support of the show. Thank you very much for listening, for downloading, for streaming, however it is that you are getting the show. We appreciate your support. On today's show, we are catching up with Michael Tortoni, bass player from Australian rock legends Taste. Astute followers of the show will know that on episode 14, we conducted an in-depth interview with Ken Murdoch from Taste, where we dug deep into the band's past and also into Ken's musical history. On that episode, Ken mentioned that Taste would be back performing live before the end of the year, and folks, that is happening next week. So on this week's show, as a precursor to those gigs, I thought we would touch base with Michael to talk about what punters can expect live from Taste in those upcoming shows, and also to talk about the band's yet-to-be-released album, which is in the can and is due for a release in March 2016. Yet, before we get to the interview, I again want to mention that we do rely on your support and generosity to keep us going. We have no major sponsor, so if you enjoy what we do, the most direct way that you can support us to help keep the lights on is to go to the homepage, click on the donate button and to send us $5. It really does go a long way to help us out. We'll also play you a tune of your choice. If you have enjoyed all the shows that we have produced this year, which is almost 50 shows, I don't think that you parting with $5 for all those shows is too much to ask. So if you are one of the faithful listeners and are yet to donate a few bucks to us, now is the time to do just that. Christmas just around the corner, season of giving. Dig deep, folks. Okay, so let's kick this show into gear with a tune from Taste's hard-hitting comeback album from 2007, which was the Rock Is Dead album. And then we will go straight into the interview with Michael. So from Rock Is Dead, this is the opening tune, Hello, Can You Hear Me? Thanks for your time today, Michael, and welcome to the Australian Rock Show.
Thanks for having me on. Looking forward to having a chat with you.
Mate, we had Ken Murdoch on the show back in April, and we talked a lot about the history of Taste. But today I just want to really focus on a couple of things, one being the forthcoming new Taste album, and significantly the upcoming shows in Sydney and Melbourne. Mate, there must be a real buzz of excitement in the Taste camp at the moment.
There certainly is. We're feeling it in the air. Yeah, we're really excited about the new album, Life on Earth. But these two shows are coming up, one in Sydney and one in Melbourne, 28th of November in Sydney at the Bridge Hotel, and then the 2nd of December at the Ding Dong Lounge. Incidentally, I don't know, do you know who Waleed Ali is?
I don't know.
He is one of the hosts of the project, Waleed Ali. He's on the Channel 10 project. Anyway, he's got a band called Robot Child, and his band is opening for us in Melbourne.
In Melbourne, I did see that listed, yeah. Yeah,
on the 2nd of December at the Ding Dong Lounge. But Waleed has got a big profile. I mean, he's one of the presenters on the project, and he's well known. So I think a lot of people are curious to see what he's like in his band as guitarist. But he's opening for us. And then we're going on and these two shows really about launching the remasters. We've remastered the two of the old albums, Tickle Your Fancy and Boys Will Be Boys, and we're launching that remaster. So we'll be playing obviously some songs from the old albums, and then we're going to play a few songs from Rock Is Dead, our last album. 5-6 years ago, and then a few songs from the new album, Life on Earth. But the actual tour of the new album won't happen until March next year. And then we'll do a more extensive tour of Australia.
Okay, so this is really just sort of testing the waters, and I guess your new drummer, is that Damian Corniola, sort of breaking him in, is that right?
Yes, we're doing all that. Yes, he's a Virgil Donati protege, and an absolutely amazing musician. And yes, we've been rehearsing and recording with him, and it's incredible sound.
And I guess, as I mentioned to Ken, the last album, Rock is Dead, which came out in 2007, I mean, that really was a world-class hard rock album. And I guess that album was released both in Germany and Japan. Are there plans to release the new album in Europe where there's, I guess, a large heavy rock audience, particularly in those markets, Germany and Japan?
Yeah, we are. I mean, unfortunately, our last album, which I thought was great as well, we were all sort of tied up with, it's not like when you're a teenager and you're totally free to just concentrate on one thing. I had a young family, 7 years. I've got a 7-year-old boy and a 5-year-old girl, and it was really hard to really travel with the album, tour around and push the album, because you've got to do live shows. There's nothing has really changed. I mean, you've got to go out there and play, and we were kind of a bit tied up with other commitments to really do it justice. Mm. Whereas this time round, we've cleared the decks, and my children now want to see this happen.
Okay.
so we're all on board for this one, and we're going to give it a real bash.
Yeah, and I think many people have already heard the track "Is It Just a Dream" from the new album, and I think that's a fantastic tune. It's very strong, and I guess lyrically representative. Perhaps as a commentary about the environment, social issues. I think Ken is a way underrated lyricist. I mean, he's a storyteller with his lyrics. He creates pictures. I mean, not everyone can do that.
He absolutely is, and I think he's a hidden treasure. And I feel very privileged to have to be his friend. We've been lifelong friends, and to have him as a musical sort of colleague that I've sort of grown up with and have matured with. He's just an incredible talent. I've seen write songs and record them within minutes. He's just so gifted. And for one reason or another, I don't think he's been recognised for his musical skills, but it's never too late.
It is never too late, and I think the new album, if it is perhaps a follow-on from Rock is Dead, I mean that forget what was done in the past. Those two albums really stand on their own, and I think that's where the international market could sort of come calling.
Well, that's right, and I actually think Life on Earth's our best work ever.
It's a phenomenal track. I mean, there's so many parts to that tune.
Yes. Oh, yeah. That really is a story. Have you heard the track on the new album called "I Am God"?
I've not heard that. No.
That could be the next rock anthem.
Okay. Watch this space.
Yes.
So
we're very excited about the new album, and Joe Armenta is just playing like a crazy man. He's just unbelievable.
So we spoke briefly about the new drummer. Now he was a child prodigy, wasn't he? Who at age 10 had released his own instructional video, and he had an endorsement deal with Sabian drumsticks at 10. That's amazing. Yeah. A bit like Virgil. I mean, Virgil was sort of playing shows with his parents because they were musical. At 3, he was doing floor shows because his mother was a singer and his dad was a piano player. And Damian's very much, had the same sort of trajectory. Yes, his dad's a drummer. He owns Drum Tech. So, he kind of had no choice. Now, how has it been for you as a bass player, sort of locking in with him musically?
Fantastic. I love it. I mean, look, he's a very complex drummer at times. But I kind of like it. I mean, I grew up with Virgil. So, when you want something played straight, that's fine. But, unfortunately, straight drummers can rock. But, we've been, we're sort of sport with Virgil, and at times we want that complexity in our music. And so we need somebody that can deliver that, and Damian can do that.
Mm-hmm. Were there other drummers in contention for the gig?
Yeah, well, look, we went through quite an extensive audition process, and then went. But it happened very fast. Once we played with Damian, we knew that was it.
Okay, well, look, I mean, it all sounds very exciting, and I'll just remind listeners of those two dates again. Sydney, Saturday, 28th of November at the Bridge Hotel in Rozelle. Doors open 7:30. Tickets from Ticket Tech, Mosh Tix and Oztix. Melbourne, only show for 2015, Wednesday the 2nd of December, as you said, at the Ding Dong Lounge, and the doors open at 8 p.m. Taste-music.com is the band's website, where you can still buy copies of Rock is Dead and also the remastered CD that you mentioned. The new album, Life on Earth, is slated for a March 2016 release, so be sure to bookmark the website or follow the band on Facebook. Michael, as I said to Ken earlier this year, Taste have a sound that is truly international nowadays, and I hope that these shows are just the start for bigger things for Taste in 2016, both domestically and internationally.
Well, I can assure you, Colin, it's going to be a great show. I mean, rehearsals are sounding amazing. I walk out of there each rehearsal, and I'm really excited about the future for Taste. So, if you come and see the live show, you won't be disappointed.
Absolutely. And look, before we go, mate, we might get you to select a Taste song for us to go out with. Is there something that you'd like us to play?
Off which album? What have you got available?
You pick it, and I'll play it.
In that case, let's play Rock is Dead.
That's the one. Let's cut to that tune now.